to really learn more about my Filipino culture, about my heritage, and to be honest, 3 days before the contract signing, I was supposed to represent Australia. However, I had the opportunity to represent Camarines Norte and learn more about my father's roots. So I'm really appreciative of that.
Hi, Karen. Name.
Thank you. It means loving and affectionate.
Oh, very nice. How have you coped after being diagnosed with borderline personality disorder?
It was a very tough journey because mental health, as you know, is quite stigmatized, especially in Korean culture, Filipino culture. It's not very known what borderline personality disorder is. However, I learned to cope by just pushing each and every day to just get up and do the best that I can, because that's what matters most. If you show up and you do your best, then I feel like no matter what your mental health is at the time, even your physical health, it makes such a difference. And I know that I try my best to be as jolly and positive as possible.
Very true.
That you are.
Thank you so much.
Why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I just want to do good in this world. I think that's plain and simple. I have such a love for the Filipino people that I'm willing to fight for them. So I know what it means to be a fighter and a lover, and I just want to make a sustainable impact that changes people's lives in such a positive way. And I know that Miss Universe Philippines can help me do that. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Hello po, good morning to everyone who is here. May I introduce myself? My name is Shaina Ong Rabakal, and I'm representing the home of Sinarapan and the wakeboard capital of the Philippines, province of Camarines Sur.
Now, you mentioned that you are an observant person. What have you observed in your Miss Universe Philippines journey that people will be surprised to discover?
Well, I've observed that a lot of women, although they stand up as confident, they too have their insecurities. And I believe that that is okay, because we are surrounded by a lot of empowered women, and that is something that we should celebrate rather than to be insecure about.
Hi, Shaina.
Hi, Ms. Crystal.
You have experienced very difficult times in your life, even at a younger age.
Yeah.
How is Shaina doing now, and how has she been handling all the stress of life lately?
Oh my God. Well, as I've mentioned, I've been through a lot, even when I was a little kid, and up until I grew up, I supported my family, and right now I can say that I'm fine, I'm okay, and I'm still continuously striving for to become better, because it is something that I learned from my mom, that she is a strong woman, and I believe that I am who I am because of her.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I think I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I know myself, I know my capabilities, and my purpose of joining is not just for myself. I always join for a purpose, and I always know in my heart that this is not only me competing. It is for my province and hopefully for the Philippines.
Hello, good morning everyone. I'm Larceny Grace Jensen, gikan sa Isla na Maanyag. Megan.
You said you're a seamstress. How did you get into it? And have you worn anything that you made during the pageant?
Oh yeah, I'm sewing since I was grade 12. I saw a sewing machine on Facebook Marketplace and thought, oh, I want to buy that. So and then he said, yeah, sure. And then I just watched videos on YouTube to learn how to sew. And yeah, I did wear something I made during the contract signing. So I was really happy I could use one of my originals.
That's nice. What was it like growing up with a twin sister? And if you were tired and sent her to one of the photo shoots, would we have noticed it, wasn't you?
Yes, you would have noticed, I believe so. What is it like without having a twin sister? I don't know how, but my twin sister is my closest friend and my harshest critic. So it really helps me. She really helps me. me and motivates me a lot. Yeah.
And why should you, not your sister, be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I believe I know I'm still young. I'm 20, but I believe I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I could relate and connect with the young generation, but also include the older generation as well, because I also believe I have the heart of an older woman and I want to connect everyone together para sa ating Pilipinas. Thank you.
Between being a volleyball player, a commercial model, and a beauty queen, which is the most fulfilling and which is the most difficult?
For me, the most fulfilling and difficult is both. And being a commercial model is being a volleyball player is really different. In being a volleyball player, you will use physically and while just like a commercial model. So I think that's both.
Okay, hi Jezreel.
Hello.
Yeah, you're very close to your family. What stories would you tell them about your Miss Universe Philippines journey when you get to hang out with them?
The story I will tell them about my Miss Philippines Universe journey is, it was a very, very fulfilling journey. Like meeting the other girls, meeting the organization, and of course representing the province of Cavite.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I want to influence all the young girls and all the young girls and young women to be themselves.
Hello, so I'm Saniza Carvalho from Cebu City. Nice to meet you all.
You featured your 98-year-old Lolo in your intro video. What has been the greatest lesson you learned from him?
A fun fact is I've only ever been mad once ever in my life, and I would like to believe that comes from my lolo. He's so slow to anger. I don't even think within the 98 years, although I've seen 26, within that time, I don't think I've ever seen him angry, and I think that's why he's reached that age. If we choose to just accept people for where they are in their life, and just, reach out to others out of pure love, shun the anger that we might feel in our heart, I think there's a lot more that we could do in this world, a lot more love we could spread, and of course, so we can place love above all.
Good morning, Gabriela.
Good morning.
At 14 years old, you had a life-altering experience. What happened and what have you gained from that moment?
So what's funny is I actually did not even realize the gravity of that situation until a few years ago because I realized I had no memory of that hospital admission at all. What it taught me was that I've actually been given a second chance at life, and it's something that I think I took lightly in the beginning. But now that I'm aware of that, I know that my life is not about myself anymore. There's so many people in this world that need help, and I think that if we are led by the things that break our heart every single day, then we can reach the highest places of our life. And in a world that often seems dark, where there is a lot of countries on the brink of war, it's people who look at life as their second chance who I think will serve as that beacon of light for everyone.
Why should you you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I'm an empath, and that means that a lot of things every single day really hurt my heart. But not because they're things that happen to me directly, but when I just watch the world through the lens of social media, I often find myself being really discouraged about life. But instead of letting that get me down, I'm trying to focus more on how I can become light myself. Because I think too many of us, even in this industry, we tend to focus a lot on what makes us look good and what makes us be more marketable, but in reality, it's not about that.
Hello, my name is Angela Caballero Pasco. I'm representing Davao and the Filipino Society.
Now, you're a filmmaker.
Yeah.
If you were making a documentary about Miss Universe Philippines 2025, what would the title be and what would you portray to the world?
I would have it be the title prestigious because I know that this pageant is awarded as the most prestigious one. I really highly respect MUPH. It's such a beautiful thing, and even though the one that is documented on Netflix, I really admired it. I think it was really well done, really well documented, and I would do the exact same thing, but I wanted to see more of the candidates, more of every single one, because I know that they work so hard, and that's what the whole MUPH journey is about, is showcasing every single woman's story.
So why did it take 3 years for you to say yes to your mom for joining Miss Universe Philippines? And what will you tell her about it now that you're here?
Oh, it took so long because I was already a model, and honestly, I was a successful one already, and I didn't really feel the need that I need to out to discover new things, or I don't know, and I didn't feel like beauty pageants or being a beauty queen was something that was within me. And honestly, I was so scared to speak in front of people. I thought it was not something for me, but of course I knew inside my heart that my mom knows what's best. Of course, that's what the quote, that's how the quote goes, that mother knows best. And now being here at MUPH, I now see that I get to meet you guys, I get to be an inspiration to people, and it's just truly amazing.
And you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Oh. The golden question. I know that I am the next Miss Universe Philippines because I am the ultimate representation of what a Filipina is. I don't represent just the Filipino community that is inside the Philippines, but also outside of the Philippines. And I am so glad that I get to represent both, and I want to bring that to international stage, that Filipino stories can be used for a force for good, that this can allow me to be that transformational leader for the Filipino people to the rest of the universe.
Hello everyone, my name is Jazal Shanentaga Iba. I'm from Dipolog City.
Now, you are multilingual. What languages and dialects do you speak, and how many of them have you used during MUPH?
Oh, mostly I use Tagalog because we're here in Manila, so the people mostly talk in Tagalog, but I've learned which has 7 dialects. It's Subanen, Muslim, Sama, Taus, English, Tagalog, and Chavacano, a broken Spanish from Zamboanga City.
Oh, that's a lot.
Thank you.
MUPH always has provincial trips. What part of the tours was memorable to you?
Oh, the Northern Samar, because right after the first time we've been there, we have so much food. Binusog na kami ng Northern Samar. And of course, the people, the heartwarming people who's willing to welcome us regardless of our culture, tradition. And I believe that Northern Samar, you got my heart.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Ooh. I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I am embody the true Filipina beauty, a beauty who is willing to speak up for herself and for everybody else, a beauty who's willing to take risk for her goals and dreams, and most especially a woman who's willing to speak up to those who cannot speak for themselves. And I believe that with my unique blend of culture, as one of indigenous people, Subanen, Muslim, Christian, I believe with my unique identity, I can connect to all the people, to all the tribes. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Shamara Krupa from Dumaguete City, representing the Filipino Society of Great Britain.
Now, among your many talents and hobbies, is there one that you think you could turn into a profession?
Oh, I don't know. I would love to do kickboxing tournaments. I've never done that before. However, I don't think that would be a career for me in the future. I would just love to do it for fun. Yes.
I love the British accent.